Moomoo is going to give you 10 free fractional shares of the Magnificent Seven stocks. Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Alphabet, Nvidia, and Tesla. When you open a new Moomoo brokerage account, put at least $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 10 free fractional shares of the Magnificent Seven. There's a link down in the description box. Go click on that link, guys. Open up your new Moomoo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Go check out the new website, the Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor website. It's the second link down in the description box. Take a look at those fantastic digital products we have designed to help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Also, join the membership club. We're going to be doing some fantastic stuff in the membership club, all geared towards getting you to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Why fake rich Americans are filing for bankruptcy? Good question. We're going to talk about that today. At least I'm going to give you my opinion why. Did you know from September 30, 2022 to September 30, 2023, personal bankruptcies increased by 13%. Business bankruptcies increased by 30%. Those are some huge increases in bankruptcies in our country. In order for me to tell you why I think bankruptcies are on the rise, we got to go back to 2020 when the pandemic broke out and people thought the financial world was about to end. People thought the world in general was about to end. So a lot of people made really bad financial decisions. The government swooped in and started turning on the money printer. So a lot of businesses were able to make it through the pandemic because of the money printing. A lot of Americans individually were able to make it because of the money printing. Remember, you got the stimulus checks. And on the business side, you got the PPP loans. But on the personal side, you got unemployment benefits. So it was able to keep people going. Then the country started to reopen again. Americans had a lot of personal savings at that time. I'm talking about 2021, early 2022. A lot of savings. Americans started burning through those savings though. Now businesses, on the other hand, they were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because early 2022, the Fed started increasing short-term interest rates, which started making it pretty impossible for them to borrow money cheaply. And see, most businesses, guys, they borrow money in order to invest in their growth. But they got to borrow it cheap enough so that it makes sense for them to be able to borrow it, right? And when the Fed started increasing short-term interest rates, it became more and more hard for them to borrow money cheaply. And when they can't borrow money, they can't grow. Therefore, they're not profitable. Therefore, a lot of these businesses have to close up shop. Or a lot of these businesses file bankruptcy so that they can get from under their creditors and give them an opportunity to reorganize and start again. So that's what bankruptcy does, right? For businesses, it gives them the ability to be able to restructure their debt, in some instances get rid of some of the debt, and kind of gives them a fresh start. Same thing with personal bankruptcy, right? It typically will give a an individual person the ability to say, hey, let me pump the brakes. I can't pay for all of this debt. I don't have enough assets that I can convert to cash to pay for the debts. In essence, my liabilities are more than my assets. And the word for that is insolvent. And that's what started happening in 2022. Tail end of 2022, people were spending money like crazy. Interest rates were still high. And then a lot of folks got stuck. They had a lot of debt. They had a lot of liabilities, but they had no assets. They had no cash. Even though the job market was still pretty good, they had burnt through their savings because why? They had pent up frustrations from the pandemic. So people thought, hey, I'm not going to save. I'm going to get out here and spend my money, enjoy my life because I don't know when this life is going to be over. I'm going to put experiences and traveling and things ahead of saving for retirement, ahead of saving for an emergency, ahead of paying my student loans, ahead of paying my mortgage payment, ahead of paying my car loan payment, right? A lot of people got caught up in this excitement of the pandemic being over. A lot of people got caught up in that and they went on a spending spree. They went on a borrowing spree. But what happened was rates went up. So all of these people who took out these home equity lines because they had all of that pandemic real estate boom increase in value in their property. So they go out and they get these equity lines. But at the time when they got the equity line back in 2020, 2021, rates were super duper low. So it made sense. I got $200,000-$300,000 worth of equity in my house. I'm going to use some of it to enjoy myself. What they didn't realize were rates were going to go up. And when rates went up, their HELOC rate went up, right? Because it was a variable rate. It wasn't a fixed rate. It was tied to the prime rate. And the prime rate is tied to what? The Fed funds rate. The prime rate is 3% higher than the Fed funds rate. So every time the Fed started increasing the Fed funds rate in 2022, guess what happened? The prime rate went up too. And now all of these people had to do what? They had to look for relief. And they looked for relief in the form of bankruptcy court. That's why you see 13% in 1 year increase in personal bankruptcies. You see 30% increase in business bankruptcies. Same thing with businesses, right? They could not meet their obligations. Their liabilities were more than their assets. They were insolvent. Big companies, medium-sized companies, small companies, all of them are rolled up in that 30% increase of companies that had to file for bankruptcy. And it's a shame, right? I can remember in 2021, you couldn't go on the car lot and get any really nice luxury car without having to pay over sticker for it, right? Now, you can go on any of these car lots and get any of these cars basically below sticker. Some of them way below sticker. Why? Because people don't have any savings. People can't borrow money cheap. And who gets hit the worst? Luxury goods, luxury cars, right? The average American can't go out now and borrow money at a reasonable rate to buy a $200,000 G-Wagon. And most of those people that were buying those G-Wagons were not certified wealthy people. They were fake rich, right? They were fake rich. All these people buying all this stuff, fake rich. And then all of a sudden, house of cards start tumbling down, right? Fell down. And when they fell down, Boom, they were stuck. Because a lot of these fake rich people were some of those same people who own these businesses that filed for bankruptcy. They just were. Right? Some of them were these people who were in these businesses who had to file for bankruptcy. So when your business is not making money, you got to file for bankruptcy. Normally, personal bankruptcy is followed behind that because your business is what creates the cash. And if the business ain't creating no cash, then you can't take money from the business to pay for your personal lifestyle. So you got to file bankruptcy as well personally when the business collapsed. So a lot of those bankruptcies were intertwined, business and personal intertwined. But there you go, man. That's what happened in my opinion. Will it continue to increase in 2024? Yes, I think so. Because the Fed is going to keep short-term interest rates higher for longer. I think you're going to see another jump in bankruptcies in 2024 because interest rates are still going to be high. I don't think you see bankruptcy decrease until interest rates decrease, because now people can kind of borrow money and pay off higher debt with lower interest rate money. Right now, they can't do that. There is nowhere for them to turn. They can't go borrow money to pay off this debt because interest rates are still high. So they got to file for bankruptcy. Drop me some comments down in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about this drastic increase in bankruptcies here in the United States, both personal and business. It's crazy, right? If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.